Hello and welcome to Obscure Reviews. I am BananaCrabMan and today I will be talking about AntiChamber. AntiChamber is an indie first-person puzzle game developed by Alexander Bruce in January 2011. The best way I could describe AntiChamber is if Portal took a bunch of acid and had a baby with Minecraft. Not that I'm saying that AntiChamber is the kind of game where you would build a house and protect yourself from zombies, even though I did, but your main puzzle-solving tool is very Minecraft-esque. You can place blocks down, like in Minecraft, you can take blocks away, like in Minecraft, and you can build houses, like in Minecraft. But don't get me wrong, this game is nothing like Minecraft, aside from what I just said before. It's really hard to describe what this game actually is because there isn't much out there like it, and if there is, I haven't heard of it. And this is one of the best things about AntiChamber, the fact that it feels new and fresh. As I mentioned before, AntiChamber is a puzzle game, but unlike most puzzle games, AntiChamber's main focus is to immerse and confuse. As an example, one of the more minor puzzles has you at two staircases, a blue one and a red one. Either way you go, you'll soon realize that it's a never-ending loop and it'll just lead you back to the staircases. So where do you go? Well, you go backwards away from both staircases, but this has been replaced with something different and weird. You can expect puzzles like this all the time and they're all brilliantly implemented, all of them managing to both immerse and leave the player dumbstruck. The game starts you off in a room. Right away you are captivated by its less is more style. Instead of a tutorial, you have a wall with controls written on it, which I personally feel is just brilliant. There is even a little message that says that's all you need to know. But, like always, the game is fucking with you. There is so much more that you need to learn, and you learn through doing, which is the way games should be. It's little touches like this which sets AntiChamber aside from the rest. There isn't a single voice actor, or cutscene, or loading screen to take you away from the immersion. Everything AntiChamber does is meant to immerse, making AntiChamber feel more like an experience as opposed to a game. This is by no means a bad thing. It is still at its core a puzzle game, but you feel so attached to it by the time you're done that it steps the boundary of game into something more. The way in which AntiChamber presents itself is what is really captivating. It is vibrant and beautiful while still managing to be blank. It's an odd look, but it so very well captures what this game is about. The sound and music do this very same thing. Most of the time there isn't much in the way of music, and when there is you don't generally notice it, but that's the way the music's supposed to be, because what's supposed to pop out at you isn't the music, but it's the sound. At first, the sound effects may seem like odd choices, such as the flock of birds sound. But it just works. The sound effects are very bright and filled with dinks and donks and vrrs, giving a sort of cheerfulness to what might otherwise have been a very bland game. If I were to describe this game, I would call it ambient. You can hear everything, but can you really? It's an odd sensation, but it's amazing to play. However, AntiChamber isn't without its problems, however minor they may be. The game is set up to be an open world of sorts, but due to it being a puzzle game, you'll find yourself redoing old puzzles time and time again. It tries to remedy this by having a fast travel map. However, when you use the map, you lose any blocks you may have acquired. It can be a little tedious because you then need to fast travel to a place with easy access to blocks and then find your way to the puzzle that you're stuck on. The main reason why rehashing old puzzles is commonplace in this game is because this is the kind of game where exploration is a must. If you see something new, you go and explore it. The problem lies when the exploration leads you back to a place you've already been, which happens a bit because most of the puzzles in this game don't give you a clear sense of direction. But the game works with this idea, trying to get the player to try and understand this confusing place and predict a new puzzle even though you've never seen it before. And for the most part it works, and by the time you're done you don't mind going through puzzles you've already done before. You will always be looking for a different way to complete these older puzzles, to try and find something new. The game encourages you to look at puzzles in a different way in case you've missed something. When you do find something you've missed or figured out something cool, you will feel a great sense of progression. The only problem, which is actually a problem about AntiChamber, is the price. I got about 8 hours of gameplay on this, and you can pick it up on Steam for about $20, but it isn't very replayable. I mean, there are some pink cube things which I have no idea of their purpose, but I'm assuming they could be collectibles. And once you've figured out the puzzles, you won't feel that same satisfaction you once had before. But the short period of time I did spend with AntiChamber was well worth it. I would suggest this to anyone who can pick it up on sale for about $10. If this game sounds interesting to you, you won't regret it. So in all, this game receives a low 9 out of 10. AntiChamber is just one of those standout indie titles that breaks so many boundaries. It's a game that can affect you emotionally with nothing more than sound effects, brilliant level design, and presentation. None of that dialogue crap. Anyways, this has been BananaCrabMan's Obscure Reviews. If you like what you've seen here, then like, comment, or subscribe. So until next time, see ya.